ETFs are your game. Are there
Yes.
are there trends that are developing right now early in the season that show you where money might go for the second half of the earnings season?
So we're seeing some trends, and a lot of them are following what you're seeing perform really well in the market. So as you can imagine, our products are 3 beta tradable funds, so it's short-term conviction. So if I give you a view on short-term conviction, right now we're seeing a lot of flows into semiconductors, for example. So we have AMD today and Qualcomm. So AMD is expected to have an increase with CPU. They've done quite well, up close to 50% from December lows. Qualcomm, same thing. You have the Apple resolution there with the patents. And the semiconductor index that we have, SOXL, is up 112% year to date. That could change in the short term. I think that earnings and outperformance in earnings estimates is driving that sector forward.
Well, Intel and Texas Instruments were certainly kind of a little bit of a weight on that particular industry. It's been hot, no doubt.
Yeah.
Are there other parts that are perhaps a bit more, I guess, of a laggard than just that kind of momentum blow off for some of these semiconductor stocks?
So in terms of the laggard, as you said, it would have been Intel. Intel was sort of the biggest drag on the index, and on the day that Intel reported, we actually saw a lot of investors going into the bear fund for a day. But if you look at Intel, even post earnings, it's still up high single digits for the year, so it didn't drag the index down as much. I think that the growth in global infrastructure, data, AI, driverless cars, data center, cloud, all that stuff has been really good for semiconductors. So.
What about the overall theme for what sectors that you would maybe stay away from, or where are investors putting more bearish bets?
So I think investors have been bearish on healthcare prior to the earnings coming up. I would say that could have been a contrarian play because a lot of it has been political. It's just been this fear of national healthcare and Medicare for all.
Right.
Yeah. So in the last 3 months or so, healthcare has done pretty poorly across the board. But over the last couple of weeks, if you look at the flows, you can see flows going into XLH, XBI, some of State Street's biotech and healthcare ETFs, LabVIEW, Cure, our healthcare and biotech ETFs. And I think that, those are names that might surprise us. So Pfizer and Lilly, they have decent dividends. They've had some decent growth in, their pipeline. So 30 out of 100 names for Pfizer coming up, and growth in oncology, immunology, gene therapy. So I think that those names might surprise.
All right.